The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Okay. Guess I can't mount here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, look at the moon. I wonder when I get to go there. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Yes, yes, okay. Those are the mulberries, I'm guessing. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead and descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Razat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Yes, let's. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I wasn't able to click on that thing because they disabled it. And here is the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding skills. Come, let us join them. Can I click on the Aetheryte now? It'd be nice if I could. This place is still like, I am just like, ah! No, it's disabled still. Yeah, if I actually had a home, which I don't, the housing savage is crazy. But I would like for it to be something kind of like this. Oh, so this is where all the traders are. Why is everyone up here? Who's over here? I don't know. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. It's easy for me to get sidetracked. Hey, there's a Moogle. I've got mail. Do I have anything? Hey, I do. Thank you for playing. Alright. Oh, I get a Death Scythe? The Aaron Horn and Porum. Oh, take all. Yes. Sweet. Use. Despicable you. Cool. Alright, let's look at the mount. Let's see, where's the mount? Mount guide. Is it this one? Yes. Legends speak of a majestic and unwaveringly loyal horse who would never fail to deliver its master from peril. Such myths were founded, in fact, as the divine steed has ascended from the heavens to seek one possessed of a true and virtuous heart, in whom it may right the wrongs of the world. Alright, well, I'm just going to put you right beside my granny. All right. Oh, what does the scythe look like, I wonder? Is it here? Yeah, try on. Oh, it's got a little bit of, like, red glowy. Okay. Oh, it goes kind of like in. Okay. Well, that's neat. Oh, look, there's Urianger and Thancred. Though this land hath been afforded a respite, in turmoil do many others languish still. Our work is far from finished. Yes. You took your time. Got turned around, I take it. Thancred. Look. It's pretty, it's colorful, I might have gotten sidetracked, okay? Alice. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place. Right?
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
Nice.
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Man, that's a lot of skills. I feel sorry for Vitra. Man.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Hey, I like the way you think. Let's stop doing defense and go on a little offense.
Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated.
True, we're gonna need soldiers for that.
To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Okay. Sounds good.
Please, I must speak with you.
Oh, hey, you're up in... Okay, that's good. Hi. Glad you're better.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption.
Mm-hmm. It must have been Alice.
It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the longer you're in there, the more susceptible you are for a prolonged period of time of, like, the sickness and the mental stuff. That makes sense.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Garaha is like, yes. Oh,
Yet who
Estinian.
has truly saved whom?
Yeah, you were the one that figured out the talisman. You and your team figured out how to make the talisman, so, not just me was going in there, that, my team, my friends could go in there also. Look at Estinian. Is he not used to being a hero? Is he kind of like standoffish? He reminds me of Squall Leonhardt. There's a group of friends around him and he's still kind of standoffish. Maybe he'll come around someday.
Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy.
Yes.
Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
Mm-hmm.
The talisman? Is this true?
Yep, y'all did it.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas.
And they'll know that it's from y'all. They'll know that it's you and your team that, that did this. And they'll know of this place because of you guys. If they don't already.
It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
What's that? What's glowy? My flower! Oh, it's bright.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
Oh, it must be joy.
What do you have there?
A mood stone that is in the shape of a flower, basically.
How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasa.
Akasa, what's that?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasa? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
Yeah, the very first thought I had whenever she said that was whenever Artbert came to my aid, whenever we were fighting against Hades. Absolutely.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasa is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
Okay.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
You got it. Looks like we're fixing to be very busy. The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. Absolutely. Is this like a big alchemy place? I still can't hit this aetheryte, can I? Nope. Well, that stinks, because this is a really pretty place and I want to be able to come back. Alright, let's go to Baldassian. Or Old Charlian. Oh! Whoops. Must have gone to the wrong place. I'm just used to seeing everyone in there. A mender. Let's see if I need any mending. I'll just repair. Might as well. Oh, there she is. Kryl. It's good to be back and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. Oh, okay. As Thankard suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Uh-oh, am I gonna have like a dream or something? Well, it is much. I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillow. Well, thank you. So would you like to take a look at the new and improved lodgings now? Sure, absolutely. Another cutscene, maybe? Aha. Oh, it's back lights. Okay.
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh, hi.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Man, these are some good
We've bought
friends
quite a
bringing
spread
food.
if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Awesome. See, these are good friends. They bring food. Absolutely. A hamburger. Oh, she doesn't like pickles. Now I want a hamburger.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Who doesn't like a hamburger?
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
Yeah, being introverted.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
Oh, Alice, say, now. Not everyone can enjoy what you enjoy.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Yes, poor Estinian.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
Oh, how did you hear of that?
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
Yes, that is what happened.
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, But it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
A pizza.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Dang.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Where's Numenon?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Yes. We'll take the cookie. Isn't she offering it?
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me.
Oh.
And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Levitating. He had to. Okay. One donut left and a muffin. Actually, the two elves aren't here, are they? Urianger and Destinian. I don't see either in Thancred, but maybe Urianger and Thancred are talking to the leaders. Are we pushing on until dawn? Shall we call it a night? Do you know these are you do know these are my quarters, right? How to politely say I'll just say, are we pushing on until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Yeah. What? What was that? What was that? Green? Green with envy? What is green? Oh, maybe friendship. I don't know. What does green mean? There's our best friend. You're looking jacked.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news.
Oh no, we took down your tower.
Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon the ether.
Why are you siphoning the ether in the first place?
If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Man, this place looks run down.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No, he finds no joy in anything else but fighting, it seems.
No. All else is equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Ooh. That's something else.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more.
What is Fandaniel up to? Like, is Xenos using Fandaniel, or is Fandaniel trying to use Xenos? Because I can't really see someone using Xenos. Like, it just feels like he would be too smart and too witty for that. We'll see.
I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
Right? I kind of pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Yeah. What of yours?
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence.
Oh, come on. Stop with the act.
Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable.
This part? What do you mean, this part? You're acting as though you've already read the story.
You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Well, I kind of hate that Estinian didn't come with us, but knowing, introverts and everything, me being one of them, sometimes being around people just drains your battery, and maybe he just needed to be alone to kind of recharge his. Kryl and Grahatia were having a pleasant conversation until you barged in. Well, I'm sorry. Chill. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the stadium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Skolart Montague and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the curd with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Y'shtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops. Alright. Considering my recent improper... Perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the stadium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be for long. Okay. Unlike some of the Scions, I am not an alumni of the stadium. As such, I have no acquaintances there I am obligated to visit. And while I would love nothing more than to pore over the many great tombs of Phenomenon, I fear my presence there would stir up more unwanted trouble. So, for now, I will be patient, much as it pains me to do so. Alright. Ooh, they have the Dragoon armor, the new one. Can't wait to get my hands on that. Let's see here. Oh, he was doing the dummy, okay. Heading out for a stroll. The Scholart himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the stadium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino, of all people, worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater, no less, will wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Can I practice on the dummy? No, I can't. Okay. Where are we going now? We're going to the stadium. I forgot where it was, though. So it's okay. Do I have a little? Yeah, there it goes. Okay, the stadium. There they are. I'm here. So this is where the students are? Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you may note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? Mm-hmm. While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magic, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the stadium, it was established to promote the study of aetherological phenomena, hence the name. Though, with aether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Alphino, help me here. Golly, it's like... Okay. 6th Astral Era phenomenon was decreed complete, and the stadium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same floppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stomping grounds. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the stadium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of debating chamber. I bet. Hold on. You both joined the stadium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally progenious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I'm certainly not the stadium's most notorious master debater. Alice, you and I are the same. As long as I passed, it worked. In all respects, have I ever been in his... in all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Leveilleur began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Sounds good. Let's take advantage of the situation then. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scoliarch Montaigne. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wherever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. God, look at them. They're all so like, yay, we're back in college, you guys. Alright. Phenomenon. Hello, excitable student. That was Alphino Leveilleur, wasn't it? The Alphino Leveilleur? And he's with his sister and Master Baldassian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, calm down, calm down. Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the Scoliarch, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Alipho should have a better idea. Well, who's that? Merchant and vendor. What kind of purchasable things do you have? Oh, look, it's the loaf. The piece of bread that doesn't taste like anything. I've got plenty of greens for my chocobo. Oh, look at them all. They're cheering on him. Well, no wonder he wanted to come back. Everybody loves him. I assure you, I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Scoliarch has concluded. Scoliarch, tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Might we turn our attention to Master Livio's graduation thesis? I, too, have my doubts regarding our policy of non-intervention. It is true that your experiences overseas are the reason you have incurred the ire from the Forum. Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old coggers. Oh, this is... Oh, well, you know. I know. Hey, Alize. Things were bad enough during our school days, and Alphinaud's time abroad has only heightened his fame. Or should that be infamy? He had his rivals and detractors, of course, though most of them gave up after his adoring fans set upon him like ravenous dogs. Alphinaud, on the other hand, never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. Oh, he was too good for his fans, was he? Well... A tree inside a room. Okay. Are you lost? Wander in off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner, fresh off the guild ships. Am I right? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the stadium? I have no clue. That's right. Books, of course. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in stores, we'll send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pasi, tongue of giant toad, it's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. Yeah, that whole speech, I'm not a gleaner. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the scholar's whereabouts. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. The first one. Yeah, I'm not a gleaner, sorry. That speech was for naught. I beg your puddin'? Your puddin'? Isn't that supposed to be pardon? You're not a gleaner? But then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait, come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. Oh, my mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to the Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curious, not to mention alarming, frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Wonderful. Oh, that sounds so nice. In the meantime, it's taken me to tell you all of this. The Skull Arch has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Thanks. Well, let's see here. Back the way I came. This way, I'm guessing. in here? Oh, there he is. Okay. Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums. Where is he? Alright, he's got to be up and around here someplace. This way. Through here. Aha! Found him. What's up, dude?
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
I don't think the twins have grown at all. Didn't someone, what was it? Was it Sir Armoric? Or someone, one of the elves, say he didn't really hit his growth spurt until like 20? So, I haven't seen them grow at all.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
Yeah, I mean, it's what makes for a good story afterwards, you know?
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings.
Oh, do
If you
you?
ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Well, I guess so, since you're a professor. I'm guessing he's a professor.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Yeah.
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy.
Oh, come on, dude. Let it out. Like, write it down on a piece of paper if you can't tell us.
Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic.
So the end of the world.
As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
Oh, is that the thing that happened with, like, the Lord Vader, like, choke thing? It must be.
How is that even possible?
Yeah.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some coffee. Y'all do this. Golly. Don't look at me. Oh no, I am sitting down. Okay. Well, that's cute.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
Oh, I'm already getting sleepy.
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into 3 forms.
3. Okay.
2 are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the 3rd?
The body? I don't know. Corporal ether? Well, he said incorporeal. Maybe it is magic.
Not entirely inaccurate, but nor is it the answer I was looking for. That would be corporeal ether.
See, this is why... See, I was wrong.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux.
Okay.
In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to the... something. I can't... Hi...
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The 7th Umbral Calamity.
Yes.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
That's true.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
Until it got into the wrong hands.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Am I like,
Well,
how
think
did
that's
he
enough
get the
education for
ink
today.
off the paper?
Now that I've given you some food for thought, or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Why, thank you.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Why is he laughing? Huh. Well. Prowl is still digesting a rather hefty portion of food for thoughts. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more in debt than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Qui Alipo, as the scholar suggested, while I share our finders with Raha. I guess. Alright. A capital idea. Oh, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the stadium provided most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow scions. As expected, news of the warding skills was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company to Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the skills in our possession to Limsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive? It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits at Vilbrand. Okay. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you? He's like, I suppose. I guess she just doesn't want him to feel like he's been left out. Phew, I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. Well, girl, the size of you compared to one box. I mean, come on. I shouldn't complain, though. Vitra and the alchemist of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales. You must treat them with the utmost care. Well, absolutely. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can only imagine how that would go. I shall remain here, and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers, as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa. Alright. We kind of need like a wheelbarrow. Or like the little red wagon or something to haul these crates to the boat.